There is need for us to recognize those who are still standing strong like Winky D. They hate him so he's longer in power. Things are going to get tougher and it's going to get darker and darker. I did not say it once. I did not say it twice. I kept on saying it. How many people are left in Zimbabwe who publicly speak sense to the state of affairs in Zimbabwe? How many people boldly say this is wrong, this is right? How many people do you still see writing on social media saying this is wrong? How many? Nelson Chamisa said, I don't want to join the BTs when they started their Constitutional Defenders Forum or something like that, CDF. He said there's no constitution to defend. But when it was signed into law, he said, I criticize the new law because it takes away the rights of the people. And I said, what? A few weeks ago, you said there's no constitution to defend. Now you are criticizing this new act. What is your point? Well, the point is that he was not allowed by the bosses to criticize it while it was being enacted.
All right. All right.
So when it became law, he knew that there was no more, nothing that could change the situation. So he now pretends to be on the side of those who were criticizing the amendment of the Constitution. You understand?
Yes.
So even those people who once stood up as icons of resistance to authoritarianism in Zimbabwe, they have become mistresses to the system. You understand? For the longest of time, Thomas Mapfumo criticized the ZANU-PF regime after receiving a few dollars. He is now the drum beater. So you must understand why the ZANU-PF regime could hire such a person like Maponga to launch an attack at me, to discourage me and disorient me from the real issue at hand. We are the only voices left in our homeland that have refused to be sold, to be bought with money. You understand?
Yes.
And I want to warn, I want to say that there is need for us to recognize those who are still standing strong like Winky D. They hate him so much, they talk a lot about him, he doesn't respond. But they know that the young people of Zimbabwe listen to Winky D, and he doesn't sing in a manner that praises them like other musicians are doing. So he's a threat to them. Because people like Winky D, they talk and relate with the pain that the suffering people are going through. So he resonates with their pain and they resonate with his music. Such a relationship is a threat to despotic governments. And we want to say to him, well done. I am not sure he will hold on for longer, understanding the terrain is functioning in. But for that period he has stood strong to this date, it is worth mentioning. So you're going to see people like Winky D and perhaps the politicians like Jacob Garivume, the BTs and the job seekers and Hopo Chungono and a few others. The rest of the people, I want the people of Zimbabwe to remember today and never forget what I'm going to say. this thing that is happening now, it happened before 1972 when the decisive phase of the second Chiwenga took place. The Smith regime paid so many Zimbabwe African political leaders to defect to the regime and condemn the liberation struggle. They wanted the struggle to be unsuccessful because they didn't want to lose power to the black majority people. They were enjoying looting from Africa and its resources. So you hear about the selling out of so many people. I don't want to mention names, the Chiraus, the Mzorewas and so forth, even though the stories are convoluted, but they sow discord by rewarding sellouts to join the group of these mafia people so that you start to feel lonely on this other side. People are getting cars, people are getting millions, you know. I just want you to know that Maponga should know that unlike him, who is joining ZANU-PF to praise a regime that is indefensible when it comes to how it is running our government, to get money and cars. I worked on merit for this government and earned a salary. And when I left the government of Zimbabwe, I was not fired. I resigned. And when I left the government service, I was never convicted or arrested or accused of any criminality. I left with a clean record. This is why to this date, they could not arrest me on merit. Because I'm not a criminal. So, ior kujoina ZANU muna 2026 wotamba kongonya wotanga kupururudzira vakuru kutupuwe motikari. Motikari dzamuri kupiwa matambira kongonya vakuru idzi isi takadzidhiraivha on merit. We used government vehicles on merit. So why would I be bitter at someone who is praising politicians for a living? I never praised the politicians for a living. If Chivayo gives Makandiwa $1 million, why would I be bitter? Is that my money?
No.
Huh? I don't need donations from Chivayo. I've never received a donation from ZANU-PF. And yet I'm living a successful life. I don't need to go overseas to look for a job. I'm a business person. I can live anywhere I want. Why would such a person be jealous or bitter? I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter because of anything else. I am bitter because of one thing, and every Zimbabwean who is right-minded is bitter. Misgovernance, like what we have now in the Kariba disaster.
Yeah.